Okay, so welcome to the session on Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. So last week I was not there, but there was a class given by Lavanya. I believe she discussed about dhyana shlokas, right? So, and the class prior to that, we discussed 19 and 20 until 20th shloka, right? 18, 19, 4 shlokas, yeah, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 18 and 19, or 19 and 20. 19 shloka, yani namani gaunani vikhyatani mahatmanah rishivi parigitani tani vakshami bhutaye. And then 20th shloka, rishir namnam sahasrasya vedavyaso mahamunihi chando nushtup tatha devo bhagavan devaki sutaha. So now here Bhishma Dev is getting ready he's getting ready and he's preparing Yudhishthira to recite Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram and to hear Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. So before Bhishma Dev starts reciting the names, the 1000 names of Sahasranama of Sriman Narayana, Bhishma Dev is telling that whatever I am going to say now, it's not my own. I did not invent these names by myself, but whatever I heard from different rishis, the same thing I'm going to present here. Yani namani gaunani vikhyatani mahatmanah rishibi parigitani tani vakshyami bhutaye. Tani vakshami bhutaye. Vakshami means I'm going to recite, I'm going to tell, I'm going to narrate. Bhutaye, for the welfare of the mankind, for the welfare of all the jivas. Not only human beings, but also the trees, insects, all different animals, trees, everything. Tani vakshami bhutaye. Because when somebody is reciting these mantras or the holy names of the Lord, and if the animals hear, they also get benefited. So they'll get some samskara, some impression in their mind, which will help them take a better life in the next life. So, and then Rishir Nama Sahasrasya Vedavyaso Mahamunihi Chando Nushtup Tatha Devo Bhagavan Devaki Sutaha. So that was 19th shloka. Now 20th shloka. So 20 shloka number 20, 21, 22, 23. These 4 shlokas, they are called as nyasa or nyasam. We can say nyasam. Now what is nyasam? Has anyone heard this name, nyasam? Nyasam. Has anyone heard this?
To pay the Hare Krishna Prabhuji. To pay the obeisances, Prabhuji? Nyasam means?
No. Nyasam means to place or establish the deity, the mantra in our body. Okay, in Sanskrit, the word nyasa means to place or to establish. And there are 2 types of nyasa, karanyasa and anganyasa. Karanyasa means purification of the fingers, purification of the hands, and especially the fingers. Anganyasa is purification of different limbs or different parts of the body. Or in other words, placement of the deity or the devata into different fingers and onto the hands, on the 2 palms of our hands, is called karanyasa. So when you place the deity or a mantra on the tip of the fingers, So in our body, there are 72,000 nerves, 72,000 nadis. So it is impossible to tap into each of these nadis and energize and invoke them. What we do is we invoke or we energize the fingertips, because all these 72,000 nerves, the roots of these nerves are at the fingertips, are also the toes, at the tip of the toes. So if we energize the roots of these 72,000 nadis, then our whole body gets energized. So this is the sequence. So first, a devotee performs karanyasa. A devotee energizes his fingers and his hands, and by touching different parts of the body, they energize different parts of the body. So essentially making the whole body as a place of worship, making the whole body as a temple, converting this whole body into a temple. You might have heard this statement, Dehame Devalayam. That means this body is a temple. Where Paramatma is living in the heart, within the body, that means this place is this body is as good as a temple. So even though Paramatma is residing in our heart, but we don't feel his presence. So this process of karanyasa and especially anganyasa is to establish the deity into our body, into different places of our body, different parts of our body. Okay, so all these shlokas, starting from shloka number 20 onwards, actually. Okay, 20, 21, 22, 23. These 4 shlokas, they are called as nyasam. Okay.
Prabhuji, one quick question.
Yes.
Prabhuji, when you are saying to energize, when we have to put the tips of our finger, to energize means what do you mean by energize? It means like to purify or to circulate our blood, or what does that mean, Prabhuji?
Yeah, it purifies our fingers, it purifies our hands, and when we place those fingers on different parts of our body, those parts also get purified.
Okay, okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So it's
Thank
basically
you. Mm-hmm.
placing the deity and the mantra in different parts of our body.
Okay. It's not
Okay.
related to focus, Prabhuji, right?
That's a good question. So focus is after nyasa, then there is focus, dhyana.
Mm.
So right now what we are doing is nyasa. We are preparing our body. We are preparing our body. We are placing the deity into different parts of our body. So we are preparing our body. And then
Mm.
once the body is prepared, then dhyana. That's why the shloka number 24, it's not shloka number 24 actually, but if you go sequential order, it is 24, but it is the dhyana shloka. There are 2 dhyana shlokas. Kshiro dhanvat pradeshe shuchimani vilasat saikate mauktikanam. So those 2 shlokas, they are actually dhyana shlokas. So we'll discuss when we come to that section. But
Mm.
now, right now, this is nyasam,
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you,
preparing
Prabhuji.
our body. Okay?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Shall I one question more of before this shloka, Prabhuji, sadhu one? Shall I ask?
Uh,
The rishis they have given to Bhishma Pitamat, right, Prabhuji?
yes, correct.
So who are that sadhus, like a gurus? They are the gurus of Bhishma Pitama, Prabhuji?
Now there are different sages from different yugas. Like
Okay.
uh, Treta Yuga, Vashishta Muni gave the name Rama. Dwapara
Okay.
Yuga, Garga Muni gave the name Krishna. Like that, different sages have given different names in different yugas to different avatars of the Lord.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank
Yeah.
you, Prabhuji. Hare.
Yeah. And then some names by Vishwamitra Muni, some names by all the Sapta Rishis actually. Okay, so whatever he heard from the Rishis, when Bhishma Dev says there, Nāma Sahasrasya, these 1,000 names that I have heard from different Rishis, it primarily refers to the Sapta Rishis, the 7
Okay.
sages. Okay,
7 messages.
yeah,
Yeah.
the 7 sages are actually the Manasa Putra of Brahma.
Okay.
They are the sons of Brahma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Brahma was appointed with the responsibility of creating jivas. And for that purpose, Brahma needed some help. So Brahma, from his mind, created 7 sages, Saptarishis, who were again in turn appointed with the responsibility of creating jivas. So these Saptarishis are called Prajapatis. Praja means the jivas, the living
Mm.
entities, jivas. Pati means the Lord, the Master, the leader. Prajapati, the leaders of different jivas. The 7 rishis are called the different leaders of the jivas.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
So all our, the connection of all the jivas is actually linked to these rishis. When you come to the temple and do archana, right? The pujari asks you to say your name and your gotra. So these gotras are actually connected to these 7 rishis. So the names, our lineage, the vamsha, the parampara, everything is connected to the rishis. So Bhishma Devi is saying the same thing, that whatever I heard from the different rishis, I'm going to present that now. I'm going to recite those 1,000 names now. Okay? So let's look at this this process of nyasam. Okay, let's understand this nyasam for some time, and then Venugopal Swami, the mic set చేసిస్తారా రావట్లేదు అది. So this nyasa is called purification. It tells us how to purify our body and make it into a temple. Because unless we prepare our body and mind, we will not be able to absorb the energy that is invested in these mantras. Wireless mic akkade. So just one second, we are setting up the microphone here. Thank you. మీ చేతిలో ఉంది ట్రిక్. Okay. So this process of nyasam is to purify the body, and then the process of dhyanam is to meditate, is to focus, so that we can hear the names with attentiveness. So let's look at some details of this nyasam. Nyasam involves, it's a 2-step process. One is karanyasam and then anganyasam. Karanyasam is first you energize the fingertips and then place those fingertips at different parts of your body. For example, the process of establishing the rishi or the sage or the seer is through the forehead. So what a devotee will do is, first he will energize the fingers and then place the fingers on the forehead to invoke or to establish the rishi. Rishir-nama Sahasrasya Veda-vyaso Mahamunihi. So while placing the fingertips on the forehead, they will recite this mantra. Rishir-nama Sahasrasya Veda-vyaso Mahamunihi. And then we did not discuss the shloka before this, right? Huh? No, Yani Namani, we are done with that. Yeah. So after that, Amrutam Shodbhavo Banuriti Bijam. Yeah. So we did not discuss Amrutam Shodbhavo Banuriti Bijam. Yeah, okay. So we'll pause here for a second. We'll go back to the Amrutam Shodbhavo Banuriti Bijam shloka. And we'll come back here.
Like that is what we are discussing, all 20, 21, 22 slokas, the importance of vyasa.
Yeah. So, but let's discuss Amrutam Shodbhavo in detail, and then we'll go to the asya viṣṇōrdivyasahasra Nāma Stotram Mahamantrasya, that one. Yeah. So this is shloka number 21, which is also part of the nyasa. Okay. We'll come back to the intricate details of nyasam in a bit, but let's discuss shloka number 21. Amrutam shudbhavo bijam shaktirdevaki nandanaha trisama hridayam tasya shantyardhe viniyujyate. Amrutam shudbhavo bijam shaktirdevaki nandanaha trisama hridayam tasya shantyardhe viniyujyate. So here, this shloka, it is explaining three things: the bijam, the hridayam, and the shakti. So bijam is the seed, and shakti is the power, and hridayam is the heart. So how do we understand this? Let's try to understand these three things with a simple example. Let's say there is a knife. There is a knife to cut vegetables. So what is that knife? What is the source of that knife? What is it made up of? Or what is it made from? Metal. Okay. That steel. Okay, steel metal. So the steel metal is the bijam. That is the source of the knife. Okay. And then what is the shakti of the knife? Where is the shakti of the knife? The edge, the sharp edge of the knife has the power. Okay, so that is the shakti. And then what is the heart of the knife?
Handles.
You can say handle. Yes. Yeah, you can say the handle. Yeah. So like that, we understand these three different parts of the knife: the bijam, the shakti, and the hridayam. The seed, the energy, and the heart. Okay. Now with that, using that example in mind, let's try to understand the bijam, shakti, and hridayam of Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. So the bijam is the source. Where is Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra originating from? Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra is nothing but a collection of 1,000 names, the Sahasranama. Where are those names originating from actually? Mahavishnu. Very good. They are actually originating from Mahavishnu. And from Mahavishnu, they were passed on to Brahma, who is the first son of Mahavishnu. And from Brahma, they are passed on to Narada, Vyasadeva, and all the Saptarishis, and so on. So like that, the Bijam is Sriman Narayana, Sri Mahavishnu. So Amrutam Shudbhavo Bijam. Shudbhavo Bijam.
Amrutam Shubhavo Bijam.
Bijam
Shaktir Devaki Nandanaha.
Shaktirdevaki Nandanaha
Prisama Hridayam Tasya.
Trisamarudayam Tasya
Shantyardhe Viniyujyate.
Yantyarte Viniyujyate
Amrutam Shudbhavo Bijam.
Amrutam Shudbhavo Bijam
Shaktir Devaki Nandanaha.
Shaktirdevaki Nandanaha
Prisama Hridayam Tasya.
Trisamarudayam Tasya
Shantyardhe Viniyujyate.
Yantyarte Viniyujyate.
Okay, so there is a bija, there is a shakti, and there is hridaya. The seed, the power, and the heart. So let's try to understand what is the bija, what is the shakti, and what is the heart of Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. So the first one is the bija, seed. What is the seed of Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra? Where it originated from? What is the birth of Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra, or the different names of the Lord? Is Sri Mahavishnu himself. So what is the breakdown of this phrase? Amrutam Shudbhavo Bijam. Amrita. What is Amrita? What is the meaning of the word Amrita? Nectar. Okay, nectar. Amrita Amshu. Amshu means race.
Portion?
No, don't look at here. Don't say whatever is there on the screen. Amshu or Amsha. What is the meaning of the word Amsha?
Amsha is portion, right?
Amsha
Small
is portion. Yes, very good. Amsha is portion, like a part and parcel or portion. So Amrita is the nectar and Amshu is the portion of that Amrita. In other words, whatever appeared from this Amrita. Now, what is this whole thing referring to? This is referring to Samudra Mantana Leela, the churning of the ocean. Samudra Mantana Leela. There's a fight between Devatas and Sura and Asuras, Devatas and demons. So they started churning the ocean. And what came first from the ocean? Many different things appeared from the ocean. But what came from the ocean first? The moon came from the ocean. Okay, moon appeared from the ocean, and then poison, then nectar. Like that, many different things appeared from the ocean. So the Amshu here, the Amrita Amshu is actually referring to moon. The Amrita Amshu is referring to moon. In simple words, Amrutamshu means moon. Amrutamshu Udbhavo. That means he who appeared in lunar dynasty. Who appeared in lunar dynasty?
Krishna.
Krishna or Vishnu. Okay. And Ramachandra appeared in Surya Vamsha, solar dynasty. Okay. So this Amrutamshu Udbhava. Udbhava means to arise, to appear, to be born of. So Sri Mahavishnu appeared from this moon. In what form he appeared? Kurma Avatara. Okay? Because when during the Samudra Mantana process, they used the mountain to and then to tie the rope around the mountain so that the devatas and demons will churn it. Okay. But during this process, somebody has to hold this mountain to remain stable. Otherwise, the mountain can wobble, right? And the mountain can fall off. So, Sri Mahavishnu, Sriman Narayana, appeared as Kurma because he has a hard shell. The back of Kurma, the tortoise or turtle, is very hard. It's a hard shell. So Sri Mahavishnu, Sriman Narayana wanted to give support for this mountain. So he appeared as Kurma and became a support for the Parvata. So that is what it is referring to. Amrutam Shudbhavo Bijam. The Bija for Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram is actually from Sri Mahavishnu, Sriman Narayana. Okay? And that is indicated with the phrase Amrutam Shudbhavo Bijam. So is this clear? Did everyone understand the meaning of this phrase? Amrutam Shudbhavo Bijam. Next. Shaktir Devaki Nandanaha. What is the strength of Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra? What is the power or energy or the Shakti of Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra? That is invested by Sri Krishna Bhagavan. Devaki Nandana Shaktir Devaki Nandanaha. The Bijam is given by Sri Mahavishnu and the Shakti is invested by Sri Krishna. Shaktir Devaki Nandanaha. Because it was Sri Krishna Bhagavan who was standing in front of Bhishma Dev when Bhishma Dev was reciting Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. Okay? So Bhishma Dev actually derived that energy to speak, that inspiration or energy to speak and recite these Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra only because of the mercy of Sri Krishna Bhagavan. Shakti, in other words, we can understand it as the mercy. Don't try to imagine Shakti means some physical power, strength. It is the mercy. Okay? It is the mercy or Krupa of Sri Krishna Bhagavan because of which Bhishma Dev was able to recite Sahasranama. Okay?
Prabhuji, one
Yes.
question.
Yeah.
When you are saying Bijam is by Vishnu Bhagwan and Krishna has given energy, so energy to Bhishma Pitama or to energy to Shlokas, Prabhuji?
The energy to both actually, Bhishma Dev and the energy to the names, the different names. Say
Okay.
Shikshashtakam, Annapurna, you know Shikshashtakam, right?
Nam Namakari Bahuda.
Ah.
Nija Sarva
Nija
Sakti
Sarva
Shakti.
Shakti. Namna Makari Bahuda
Bahuda.
Nija
Nija
Sarva
Sarva
Shakti.
Shakti.
Nija Shakti. Nija Shakti means
Is
his own
residing.
energy. His own energy.
Mm-hmm.
So Sri Krishna Bhagavan has invested his own energy into different names. Namna Makari Bahuda. Bahuda means many names. Namna Makari Bahuda Nija Sarva Shakti. So
Yes,
like
Prabhuji.
that here also Krishna Bhagavan has invested, has energized these names. We
Okay.
can say that way. He has energized.
Okay.
I mean the names are already powerful. But for the purpose of Bhishma Dev to recite these names Sahasranama, Bhishma Dev, Sri Krishna Bhagavan who was directly present in front of Bhishma Dev, he invested these names with his energy. Okay.
Okay.
For
Okay.
example,
Thank
I'll
you.
give you a simple example to understand.
Yeah.
In the temple, let's say when you are in the temple and the pujari, is doing some kalyanam,
Mm.
right? So Sitarama Kalyanam, let's say. So before the kalyanam begins, the pujari, he does what is called as sankalpam. So he puts some flowers in a plate and then first he brings that plate to the spiritual leader of the congregation. For example, you might have seen when Harivilas Maharaj was present during the Kalyanam times, or Pujari, Bhattar Swami or Venugopal Swami, they'll bring that plate to Harivilas Maharaj, and he will ask, the Pujari will ask Maharaj to touch the flowers.
Yes, Prabhuji, yeah.
That means he's investing his energy there. And
Okay.
then he asks, the Pujari asks everybody to touch that plate and flowers.
Yes.
That means everybody is also doing their sankalpa. Okay? So like
Okay.
that, here Sri Krishna Bhagavan, he has invested his energy, Nija Sarva Shakti, into these names.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay? Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Next. So we understood the Bijam and we understood the Shakti. Next, the Hrudayam. Trisama Hrudayam Tasya. Trisama Hrudayam Tasya. Here Sama refers to the Veda, especially Sama Veda. Trisama Hrudayam Tasya. That Mahavishnu who is glorified by the Vedas, especially Sama Veda. Sama Veda is that form of the Veda which is in the singing format. Okay, there are some sections of the Veda that are in prose format. Prose means like sentences, paragraphs. You can't actually sing them. You just have to read them. And there are some sections of the Vedas which are like kavyam, which are like poems, shlokams, poems, which can be sung, with a nice melody. So there are so many sections in Vedas, especially Sama Veda is full of these shlokams and poems which are used to glorify the Supreme Lord. So Trisama Hridayam Tasya. He who is glorified by the Sama Veda, he is the heart of Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. The heart means substance. What is the substance? What is the essence? Heart means essence or substance. What is the essence of all these Sahasranama? It is Sriman Narayana again. Sriman Narayana. Okay? So Trisama Hridayam Tasya. So these are the three things. Bijam, Shakti and Hridayam. For example, Bhagavad Gita. What is the heart of Bhagavad Gita? What is the essence of Bhagavad Gita? What is it? Dharma. Okay, now.
To surrender.
Okay. Bhakti. The essence of Bhagavad Gita is Bhakti. Bhakti for Sri Krishna. So the Hrudayam of Bhagavad Gita is Bhakti. Similarly, the Bhakti for Sri Krishna. Similarly here, the Hrudayam of Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra is devotion for Sriman Narayana. You can say it that way. Okay? Sriman Narayana. Devotion for Bhakti for Sriman Narayana is the Hrudayam. Okay? Shantyarde viniyujyate. Now what is the viniyoga? There is something called as viniyoga. Just like nyasa. Nyasa is the preparation of the body and the mind. And viniyoga is the purpose. What is the purpose for which the recitation of Sahasranama is used? The viniyoga. The purpose is the peace, the welfare of mankind. The welfare of mankind, or the peace of everybody in the world. The world peace. In this world, everybody is trying to achieve world peace. Different organizations are trying to achieve world peace in different ways. But they are not able to do. Because unless you connect with the roots, unless you connect with God, it is impossible to achieve peace. So the only way to establish world peace is by practicing Bhakti Yoga, is by worshipping God. Shantyarde viniyujyate. The Sahasranama Parayana, Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra Parayana is for the purpose of the world peace. You might know this Shanti mantra, right? What is the Shanti mantra? Especially there are two kinds of
Sahana.
Shanti mantras. Go ahead.
Sahana.
सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु सर्वेषां मङ्गलं भवतु.
Okay, that is also one. There is one more. There are two more actually.
Sahana bhavatu.
Sahana bhavatu. Yeah, go ahead and recite. Sahana bhavatu.
Om Sahana bhavatu Sahanau bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
There's one more popular one.
सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्.
That is also one. There's another popular one.
असतो मा सद्गमय.
Asato ma sadgam. Om asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityonma amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. See, the purpose of all these mantras that we just recited now is what? Shanti. Okay? So, the purpose of the Viniyoga of Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra is also Shanti, world peace. Shanti means it is for Loka Kalyana. The purpose of Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra Parayana is Loka Kalyana. Okay, that is the Shanti. That is what Shanti means. Shanti means not just keeping quiet and becoming peaceful, right? For the welfare, for the Kalyanam, for the auspiciousness of everybody in the Loka Kalyanam. Shantyarde viniyujyate. So we discussed these four things: Bija, Shakti, Hridaya, and Viniyoga. Because Yudhishthira Maharaj, yeah, you had a question?
So Vishnu Sahasra Nāma is comes under Samaveda?
No. Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra is part of Mahabharata. Yeah. Mahabharata is known as Panchama Veda. Samaveda is one of the four Vedas, and Mahabharata is considered as Panchama Veda, fifth Veda. Yeah. So talking about this Shantyarde Viniyujyate, right? The Sahasranama Parayana is done for the purpose of establishing peace, Shanti. Now, what was Yudhishthira Maharaj's situation before he came to Bhishma Dev? Yudhishthira Maharaj, he was feeling great regret in his heart that because of him, millions of people have died on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So he was thinking that should I even sit on the throne and will I incur sinful reactions because of so many people died? So he was not peaceful. His mind was not peaceful. Now only after Bhishma Dev recited Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra, he became peaceful. So this is the very first example, the proof of how Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra can bring peace to anyone. Okay? So let's recite this shloka one more time and then we'll go to the next one. Amritam Shudbhavo Bijam Shaktir Devaki Nandanaha
Amritam Shudbhavo Bijam Shaktir Devaki Nandanaha
Trisama Hridayam Tasya Shantyarde Viniyujyate.
Trisama
हृदयं तस्य शान्त्यर्थे विनियुज्यते.
Okay? So is this clear for everybody? Amritam Shudbhavo Bijam. The seed is Sri Mahavishnu. And Sri Mahavishnu is described using the phrase Amritam Amshu Udbhava. Amrutam Amshu Udbhava. And Shaktir Devaki Nandanaha, that is Sri Krishna Bhagavan. Devaki Nandana is the Shakti. And Trisama Hridayam Tasya, he who is glorified by the Samaveda. And Shantyardhe Viniyujyate. The purpose of this Stotra Parayana is to bring praise, to bring peace to everybody. Okay? Next shloka. What is the next shloka?
Vishnum, Jisnum, Mahavishnum, Prabhavishnum,
Vishnum Jishnum.
Maheshwaram.
Yeah. This is shloka number 22, right? 22. Nice. Tanjavur painting. Sri Mahavishnu. These Tanjavur paintings are very beautiful. Vishnum Jishnum Mahavishnum Prabhavishnum Maheshwaram
विष्णुं जिष्णुं महाविष्णुं प्रभविष्णुं महेश्वरम्
Anekarupa Dhaityantam Namami Purushottamam.
अनेकरूपधृतं
अनेकरूपदैत्यान्तं नमामि पुरुषोत्तमम्.
Wow, what a wonderful thing, huh? The Purushottam Mas, Purushottama month has already begun in India, and for us it's going to start from tomorrow. The Adhika Masa, Jyeshta Adhika Masa, it's also known as Purushottama month, is starting from tomorrow for us. It already started for some states in US, and it already started in India and Europe. So at this wonderful time, we are reciting that shloka that has the name Purushottam. This is nothing but the divine arrangement of the Lord. See, if I had come to the class last week, we would have discussed this last week, and this divine arrangement will not happen. So this miracle will not happen that time. So Vishnum Jishnum Mahavishnum Prabhavishnum Maheshwaram Anekarupa Dhaityantam Namami Purushottamam. Yes, repeat.
Vishnum Jishnum
विष्णुं
Mahavishnum
महाविष्णुं
Prabhavishnum
प्रभविष्णुं
महेश्वरम्
अनेकरूपधृतं
अनेकरूपदैत्यानं नमामि पुरुषोत्तमम्.
So in simple words, the meaning of this shloka is, O Vishnu, the conqueror, great Vishnu, creator, the great Lord, to him of many forms, the destroyer of demons, to the Supreme Person, I bow. To that person, I bow. So we are offering pranama. We are offering pranama to Vishnu. Because he is the heart and the bijam of Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. So to him, we are offering pranama. And when we offer pranama to a great person, to the Supreme Person, we should not just sit quiet or stand quiet and offer our pranama, right? Just fold your hands and offer pranama quietly. That's not the proper way to do. You have to recite some stotrams, some prayers, some words of glorification. So that's why Bhishma Dev here, he's using some beautiful adjectives, beautiful phrases to glorify the Supreme Lord. So let's look at the details of this. Vishnu, the pervader, he who pervades everywhere, in every atom of this world. Vishnu. Jisnum, the victor, he who is victorious, he who is always victorious. When it comes to the point of killing demons, he's always victorious. There was never an incident where the Supreme Lord was defeated by any of the demons. He's always victorious. Jisnum. Mahavishnu, the great pervader. He is Vishnu and also Mahavishnu. Now, what is the difference here? Vishnu and Mahavishnu. What's the difference here?
Vishnu is there in every universe. Mahavishnu is the one like you have like different Vishnus, right? Garbhodaya, Vishnu, and it's Mahavishnu is the one who created all from which all universes come.
Yes,
That is the part of
that is
Mahavishnu.
Mahavishnu.
Come on. And
Yeah.
that is where Vishnu is also appear inside the Mahavishnu breath and
Yes. So when Sri Mahavishnu is lying down in the Kshira Sagara, and as he is breathing, with every exhale, what comes?
Brahmanda is created.
Anantakoti Brahmandas come. That's why he is known as Anantakoti Brahmanda Nayaka. Right? So innumerable number of universes appear. And Vishnu enters into each of these universes as what? As Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. This Mahavishnu is known as Karanodakshaya Vishnu. Okay? Mahavishnu, Karanodakshaya Vishnu. Both are same. He is the source. And from whom the innumerable number of universes appear, and Vishnu enters into each of the universes as Garbhodakshaya Vishnu. And then within the universe, within each universe, there are so many jivas. There is matter and spirit. There is chara and achara. And that Vishnu enters into each and every atom, each and every jiva as Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. Wow, good. You have good notes, or either you remember well.
I remember the first one, but the other two are from my notes.
Okay, good. At least you are able to refer to your notes and recollect it. Good. So we have Karanodakshaya Vishnu, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, and Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. So here the first line in green, Vishnu, refers to the Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, the one who pervades in every atom. And Mahavishnu refers to the Karanodakshaya Vishnu. Okay? Vishnum, Jisnum, Mahavishnum, Prabhavishnum, the radiant creator. Prabhavishnum, the radiant creator. So it is the same, it refers to the same, Mahavishnu, who creates. Mahavishnu does the primary creation, and then Brahma does the secondary creation. There is Sarga and Visarga. Mahavishnu does Sarga and Brahma does Visarga. So Prabhavishnu, the radiant creator. It essentially means the same thing, Mahavishnu, but Bhishma Dev, he's enhancing the same meaning with a different adjective here. He's using a different adjective to fit into the poetry. Okay? Maheshwaram, the absolute controller. Maha Ishvara, the absolute controller. Is not only the creator but also the controller. How is he controlling? In the form of Kshirodakshaya Vishnu, the Paramatma. As Paramatma in everyone's heart, he is controlling our movements. He is watching our movements, he is controlling our movements, he is controlling our desires, he is sanctioning our desires, everything. Okay? Maheshwaram. Aneka Rupa Daityantam. That same appears in different forms, in different yuvas, at different times, for the purpose of killing the demons. Daityantam. Daitya means demon. Antam, the end. To kill the demons, for the purpose of destroying the demons, the same Mahavishnu appears in different avatars in different yugas. Okay? Namami Purushottamam. To that Supreme Personality, I bow down. To that Supreme Personality, I bow down. Vishnum Jisnum Mahavishnum Prabhavishnum Maheshwaram Anekarupa Dhaityantam Namami Purushottamam. So that means he is referring to all different forms. Matsya Kurma Varaha Vamana Narsimha Rama Krishna Balarama Parashurama Kalki Buddha, everybody. The Dashavataras, the 26 avatars that are described in Bhagavatam, and then there are many more, unlimited. Okay, Aneka Rupa Daityantam. Vishnum Jisnum Mahavishnum Prabhavishnum Maheshwaram Aneka Rupa Daityantam Namami Purushottamam. Is this clear to everybody? Yes? Okay. So the word Prabhavishnum, it can also be understood in another way. Prabhavishnum means it is same as Mahavishnu, but there is something called as Prabhava and Vibhava. For Bhagavan, there are two aspects, Prabhava and Vibhava. So Vibhava refers to his opulence. There are 6 opulences of Bhagavan. What are the 6 opulences of Bhagavan? Aishwaryasya samagrasya viryasya yashaya shriyaha jnana vairagya yoshchaiva shannam bhagam itingana. Aishwarya, the wealth. Virya, the strength, power. Shriyaha, the beauty. Yashas, name and fame. Jnana, knowledge. Vairagya, renunciation. These are the 6 opulences. So this is called as Vibhava. Vibhu, Vibhuti. Vibhuti or Vibhava is known as opulence. It's a Sanskrit word to refer to opulence. Okay? And then Prabhava. Prabhava means when that same Lord from spiritual world, when he appears in different forms, he exhibits a portion of that Vibhuti. See, Sri Krishna Bhagavan, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the Devadi Deva, from whom even Mahavishnu also appears. So when Sri Krishna Bhagavan appears in different forms in different yugas, they exhibit some portion of that Vibhuti. So that is called Prabhava. For example, in Ramavatara, Bhagavan exhibits 60 qualities. Okay, the Vibhuti is nothing but qualities. Okay, Sri Ramachandra exhibits 60 qualities, and when he appears as Krishna in Krishna Avatara in Dwapara Yuga, he exhibits complete Vibhuti, 64 qualities. And when he appears in Narsimha Avatara, Matsya Kurma Varaha Vamana, he exhibits different avatara, different qualities. For example, Shiva. Shiva is also a part and parcel of Sri Krishna Bhagavan. So Shiva has 55 qualities. 55 qualities. So this is all a portion of his Vibhuti, exhibited in different forms in different portions. That is Prabhava. So So these three aspects, jisnum, prabhavishnum, daityantam, aneka rupa daityantam, refers to Bhagavan appearing in material world. And then Vishnu, Mahavishnu, Maheshwara, Purushottama. These are the different names or different aspects of Bhagavan in spiritual world. Okay? Vishnu, the pervader, he who enters and intimately sustains all finite things. The word vish means to enter. The word vish means to enter. Mahavishnu, the great pervader, he who vastly contains the infinite cosmos itself. Remember, we discussed one shloka, I think 2 weeks ago, which describes how the innumerable number of universes appear from him and how they again go back to him. What is that shloka? Yata sarvani bhutani bhavantyadi yugagame yasminscha pralayam yanti punareva yugakshame. Yata sarvani bhutani bhavanti adi yugagame. Bhavanti means they exist. How do they exist? They originate from Sri Mahavishnu. Yata sarvani bhutani bhavanti adi yugagame. In the beginning of the yuga. In the beginning of the yuga, they all emerge, they all appear from Mahavishnu. And at the end of the yugas, yasminscha pralayam yanti punareva yugakshame. Yasminscha pralayam yanti. At the time of pralaya, they all go back to Mahavishnu. Punareva yugakshame. The cycle is repeated. So the same thing here. Mahavishnu, the description given here is the great pervader, he who vastly contains the infinite cosmos itself. Okay? Maheshwaram. Maheshwaram means it can mean two things. One is the supreme controller, who is Sri Mahavishnu himself, or Lord Shiva is also known as Maheshwara. Right? Lord Shiva is also known as Maheshwara, who is responsible for dissolution. Sriman Narayana is responsible for creation. Brahma is responsible for secondary creation. And that same Sri Mahavishnu is responsible for maintenance, sthiti. And Lord Shiva is responsible for pralaya, destruction. Prabha Vishnu. So jisnum refers to the Dharma aspect of Bhagavan. Dharma. The other phrases used here, like Vishnum, Mahavishnum, Prabhavishnum, Aneka Rupa Daityantam, they refer to his vibhuti, opulences, the power to create things, the ability to create things, the ability to maintain things, the ability to destroy things. This is the vibhuti, opulence. Whereas Jisnum refers to the Dharma aspect. For example, in Ramavatara, Ramachandra exhibited Dharma. Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha. The weapon that Ramachandra used to win over Ravanasura is Dharma. When Maricha goes to Ravanasura, Maricha tells to Ravanasura. Maricha gives a warning to Ravanasura saying that you better surrender to Ramachandra and return Sita Devi to Ramachandra. Otherwise, he's going to kill you. And this is what Maricha says. Maricha says, Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha. Ramachandra is an embodiment of Dharma. What is going to kill you, O Ravanasura? It is not the strength of Ramachandra. It is not the weapons of Ramachandra. it is his dharma that is going to kill you. Sri Ramachandra's dharma is going to kill you. So jisnum refers to that dharma aspect. Aneka Rupa
Can we call
Daityantam.
all these?
Hmm?
Can we call all these forms as Amsa of Krishna?
Yes, yeah, they are all Amsha of Krishna. Even Mahavishnu is also an Amsha of Krishna. Expansion. Instead of using the word Amsha, we should use the word expansion. Vyuha. Okay, expansion. We are Amsha. We are called as Amsha. Even though the word Amsha is synonymous to expansion, but the word Amsha is generally used to refer to the Jivas, like us. Whereas when it comes to different forms of Bhagavan, different forms of Krishna, they are known as expansions or Vyuha. For example, Chaturvyuha. The first Chaturvyuha, Sri Krishna Bhagavan expands into Chaturvyuha. Pradyumna, Sankarshana, Aniruddha, and Vasudeva. Or if you want to go in the order, Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. These are called as Chaturvyuha. Chaturvyuha expansions. The four primary expansions of Sri Krishna. From whom other expansions, other avatars. Okay. Aneka Rupa Daityantam. Bhagavan appears in many different forms in different yugas for the purpose of destroying the demons. So here, don't ignore that that word nirguna here, the formless absolute. So this particular slide created by AI, it is trying to describe that that Mahavishnu is nirguna, formless, and then when he appears in different forms, then he has a form. No, that's not correct. Mahavishnu also has a form, right? So, but the impersonalist Mayavadi's understanding is the original source from which from whom everything originated, is actually formless. That is not correct. So just ignore this part. Ignore the nirguna part. Purushottama. Purushottamam. Purusha plus Uttamam. He is the supreme being. Supreme being. In simple words, he is supreme being. Purushottamam. Namami Purushottamam. I bow down to that particular Purushottama. Okay. Vishnum Jisnum. Now, without looking at the verse, let's try to recite. Vishnum Jisnum Mahavishnum Prabha Vishnum Maheshwaram Aneka Rupa Daityantam Namami Purushottamam. 3 times. Vishnum Jisnum Mahavishnum Prabha Vishnum Maheshwaram Rupa Daityantam Namami Purushottamam. One more time.
Vishnu, Jisnum, Mahavishnu, Prabha Vishnu,
Vishnum Maheshwaram Aneka Rupa Daityantam Namami Purushottamam. Yes. I bow, I surrender. After intellectually grasping the omnipotence, omnipresence, and infinite forms of the Lord, the ego dissolves. True knowledge inevitably culminates in profound devotion. Wow, this is beautiful. The radiating lotus of Sahasranama. Vishnum, jisnum, Vishnum, Vishnum. This can be a nice decorating piece on the wall, right? You can put something like that. Vishnum, jisnum, Vishnum, Vishnum, Maheshwaram, Aneka Rupa Daityantam, Namami Purushottamam. Very beautiful, beautifully designed. It's a mandala. Okay? So that's about this shloka. Next. Now here we come to the actual nyasa part. So we'll discuss this shloka also, and then next week we'll discuss about dhyanam, and then finally a week after that we'll be able to actually start. No, dhyanam itself is very bigger, but we'll try to cover the entire dhyana slokams. I think there are 5, 6, 7 dhyana shlokas. So next week we'll do 7 dhyana shlokas. But now today we'll discuss the nyasam part. Nyasam.
What is nyasa?
Okay, so after this Vishnum, Jishnum, Vishnum, Vishnu, we are entering into Nyasam part or Purva Nyasa. So I'll recite the entire shloka and then we'll recite together, okay? Shri Vedavyasa Uvacha Asya Shri Viṣṇōrdivyasahasra Nāma Stotram Mahamantrasya Shri Vedavyaso Bhagavan Rishihi Anushtup Chandaha Shri Mahavishnu Paramatma Shri Mannarayano Devata Amrutam Shodbhavo Banuriti Bijam Devaki Nandana Srashteti Shaktihi Udbhavakshobano Deva Iti Paramo Mantraha शङ्खभृन्नन्दकी चक्रीति कीलकम् शाङ्गदन्वागधाधर इत्यस्त्रम् रदाङ्गपाणिरक्षोभ्य इति नेत्रम् त्रिसामासामगः सामेति कवचम् आनन्दम् परब्रह्मेति योनिः ऋतुः सुदर्शनकाल इति दिग्बन्धः श्रीविश्वरूप इति ध्यानम् श्री महाविष्णु प्रीत्यर्थे सहस्रनाम पारायणे विनियोगः. Sometimes you will see श्री सहस्रनाम जपे विनियोगः. Okay. Okay. Kirtana? Louder in the mic. Read the entire translation.
Vedavyasa said, of this garland of mantras,
Closer.
of this garland of mantras constituting the praise song of the divine thousand names of Vishnu, the blessed Vedavyasa is the shield, Krishna, the supreme self, is the deity, the meter is Anushtup, having his source in the self-begotten, is the seed, the son of Devaka, the creator and the sustainer is the power, he whose glory is sung in 3 types of Sama songs, the theme of such songs, he who manifests himself as the Samaveda is the heart. The bearer of conch, he of the word, he of the discus, is the nail. He is the Sharanga Bau, the wielder of
Okay. வரும்போது பண்ண இங்க தான் இருக்கேன்.
the weapon, the one holding the reins of chariot in his hands, Krishna, who is imperturbable, is the armor, the source, the vibration. God is the supreme mantra. Let us engage ourselves in the japa of the divine 1,000 names of Vishnu for the purpose of pleasing great Vishnu.
Yeah. This may be a little confusing. Elaborative description. So let's recite this shloka together and then we'll discuss it. Okay. Om asya Shri viṣṇōrdivyasahasra Nāma Stotram Mahamantrasya
Asya Shri Vishnōrdivyasahasra Nāma Stotram mantrasya
Shri Vedavyaso Bhagavan Rishihi
Shri
वेदव्यासो भगवान् ऋषि
Anushtup Chandaha
अनुष्टुप्छन्दः
Shri Mahavishnu Paramatma Shrimannarayano Devata
Shri Mahavishnu
परमात्मा श्रीमन्नारायणो देवता
Amrutam Shudbhavo Bhanuriti Bijam
Amrutam Shubhavo Bhanuriti Bijam
Devaki Nandana Shrashteti Shaktihi
Devaki Nandana Shrashteti Shaktihi
Udbhavakshobhano Deva Iti Paramo Mantraha
उद्भव
Udbhava Shobhano Devo Iti Paramaham
Shankabrinandaki Chakriti Kilakam
Shankar-Brahmandaki Shakti Tikilakam
Changadhanva Gadadhara Ityastram
Shangadhanva Gadadhara
Radhangapani
Vidyastram
Rakshobhya Iti Netram
शान्तिरदा
Ratangapani-rakshobhya iti netram
Risama Samagassameti Kavacham
Visama-samaga-sameti
Anandam
kavacham
Parabrahmeti Yonihi
Anandam parabrahmeti yonihi
Ritusudarshana Kala Iti Digbandhaha
Ritushudarshana-kala iti
Sri
digbandhaha
Vishwarupa Iti Dhyanam
Shri Vishwarupa iti
Sri
dhyanam
Mahavishnu Prityarde Sahasranama Parayane Viniyogaha
Mahavishnu Prityarthe Sahasranama Jape Parayane Viniyogaha
Recite it without looking at the shloka. You can?
I can some of it.
Some of it.
Like the starting words is a problem. Like if you give me the starting word, I can finish.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let's discuss the meaning. So in this shloka, we are establishing or we are placing the framework of Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra in our body. Now, what is the framework? Framework means there are different characters in the framework. There is a Rishi, there is a Devata, there is a mantra, and then there is a purpose, and there is a meter in which the mantra is recited. So there are 5 different things. Okay? There are 5 different things in this entire framework of Nyasam. So we are establishing this framework in our body. Okay? So the first thing in the framework is the Rishi. Om asya Shri viṣṇōrdivyasahasra Nāma Stotram Mahamantrasya Shri Vedavyaso Bhagavan Rishihi. So this entire framework is for what? It is for Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra. So that is the first line. Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra Mahamantrasya. In Sanskrit, whenever you see the word like ending like asya, Mantrasya, that means of the mantra. Krishnasya, of Krishna, like that. Okay. Mantrasya means of the mantra. Now these are the different characters or different aspects of the framework. The first one is Rishi. Okay. Om asya Sri viṣṇōrdivyasahasra Nāma Stotram mantrasya. The first character of this mantra is Rishi. Sri Vedavyaso Bhagavan Rishi. For this great mantra of the divine 1000 names of Sri Vishnu, the glorious sage Vedavyasa is the seer, Rishi. So every mantra is associated with a Rishi. That Rishi is the one who gives the mantra to a particular disciple. For example, Gayatri mantra. It was given by Vishwamitra to Ramachandra. So like the different mantras, for example, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, given by Narada Muni to Dhruva. And Om Namo Narayanaya, again given by Narada Muni to Prahlada. So like that, different mantras are given by different rishis to different disciples. So here, Vedavyasa or Vyasadev is the rishi who has given this mantra. Mantra means this Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram. Entire thing, all the 1000 names is known as one mantra. Okay, this entire mantra is given by Vyasadev to Bhishma Dev. Vyasadev to Bhishma Dev. Okay. Sri Vedavyaso Bhagavan Rishihi. Next one is the Chanda. The second aspect in the framework is the Chandas. The Sanskrit Chandas in which these shlokas are recited. This is Anushtup Chanda. We discussed this 2 weeks ago. Rishi Nam Sahasrasya Vedavyaso Bhagavan Rishihi. Anushtup Chanda we discussed in during that shloka also, right? Yeah. So Anushtup Chanda, this is the Sanskrit meter or Sanskrit Chandas, in which there are total 32 number of syllables. There are 4 lines. Each line in a shloka is called a padam. And each line has 8 syllables. So 8 times 4, 32. Samanvita just left. Otherwise I could have asked her, what is 8 times 4? Anushtup Chandaha. Sri Mahavishnu Paramatma Sriman Narayano Devata. So we are establishing 2 things here. One is the Chandas and the other one is the Devata, the deity. First it was Rishi, then now it is Chandas and the Devata. Next, Bijam and Shakti. This we already discussed. Actually, this shloka is repeating. It was there in shloka number 22, 21 and here also. Amrutam Shudbhavo Bhanuriti Bijam Devaki Nandana Srashteti Shaktihi. Amrutam Shudbhavo Bhanuriti Bijam. He who was born in Chandravamsha, but he who radiates like Surya. Bhanuriti. Bhanu is Surya, sun. Bhanur iti means like sun, like Surya. He radiates like Surya. He was born in Chandravamsha, but he radiates like Surya. Amrutam Shudbhavo Bhanuriti Bijam Devaki Nandana Srashteti Shaktihi. The sun born of the immortal waters is the no. Not the sun born. This is not correct here. The sentence, the sun born, is not correct. It is a moon born. Okay? The son of Devaki, the creator, is the power, the Shakti.
Prabhuji, one quick question.
Yes.
Prabhuji, what do you mean by like a sun born, moon born? Like, what is the significance like of moon and sun?
So that is the Vamsha, Surya Vamsha, Chandra Vamsha, Surya Vamsha.
So it signifies anything, Prabhuji, is moon and sun?
Uh, that's a good question. Yeah, I don't know exactly. If there, what is the significance of moon, Chandra Vamsha, and then sun, Surya Vamsha. Uh, Basically, when we say Surya Vamsha, that means Surya Dev is the first person in that Vamsha. In that entire lineage, Surya Dev is the first person. After which, there are so many other things. Chandra Vamsha means, in Chandra Vamsha, Chandradev is the first person, and then there are so many other people in that lineage.
Mhm.
But does it indicate anything, the Chandra and the Surya, does it indicate anything? That I don't know, that I have to research.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Next. उद्भवक्षोभणो देव इति परमो मन्त्रः शङ्खबृन्नन्दकी चक्रीति कीलकम् उद्भवक्षोभणो देव इति परमो मन्त्रः. The creator and agitator of all the supreme mantra. Udbhava means the creator. He who has created this mantra. And Kshobana, the agitator. The agitator means you can understand it as he who spreads this mantra everywhere. He who creates a momentum in the society by spreading this mantra to everybody. Udbhavakshobano deva iti paramo mantraha shankabhrannandaki chakriti kilakam. Now here Bhishma Dev is describing the different weapons of Sriman Narayana. What are the different weapons he uses? Conch shell, Shanka, sword, the Nandakam, and then the disc, and the pin, Kilakam. Okay, different ayudas. And then there is a Shanga, the bow. Shanga Dhanva Gadadara Ityastram. There is Shanga, Gada. He who holds Gada is called as Gadadara. He who holds bow is called Shanga Dhanva. Shanga Dhanva Gadadara. Shanga Dhanva means he who holds the bow. And Gadadhara, he who holds Gada. Shangadanva Gadadhara Ityastram. Iti means etc. Astram, the weapons. Radangapani Rakshobhya Iti Netram. Radangapani. He also has a name. Out of the unlimited number of names, Krishna has a name as Radhangapani. Radha plus Anga. A part of the Radha, a limb of the Radha, that is the wheel. In Kurukshetra war, when Krishna was marching towards Bhishma Dev, he holds the wheel of the Radha. He holds the wheel of the Radha with his both hands and then marches towards Bhishma Dev. That's why he got the name as Radhanga Pani. Like Chakrapani. Chakrapani means one who holds Sudarshan Chakra. Radhanga Pani means one who holds the Radhanga, the part of the Radha, a limb of the Radha. Anga means the limb or part. Radhanga Pani Akshobhya. Aksha means his eyes. Akshobhya iti netram, he who holds the shanga bow and mace is the weapon. He who has the chariot wheel in hand and is unshakable acts as the eyes, netram. Trisama samaga sameti kavacham anandam parabrahmeti yonihi. Trisama samaga, he who is sung by the Samaveda. And that itself is the kavacham. Whoever glorifies Sriman Narayana or Sri Krishna with the poetry of Samaveda, that mantra or the recitation of all those shlokas, it creates a protecting shield, kavacham. For example, we hear this oftentimes with respect to Narasimha Kavacham, Narasimha Kavacha Stotra. So there is a beautiful Narasimha Kavacha Stotra which can be recited to create a energizing, protecting shield, especially for children. Okay, because children they go out and they are vulnerable to all kinds of things that are happening in the society, right? So they need some protection. They need some shield, some protective shield. Okay. So what is that shield? That is Narasimha Kavacha mantra. So when you recite that mantra, it creates a protecting shield. Similarly, Trisama Samaga Sameti Kavacham. The Samaveda recited to glorify Sriman Narayana itself acts as a protective shield, Kavacham. Not only Samaveda, anything, any stotram like Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram, Sri Rama Raksha Stotram, Hanuman Chalisa, these are all protective shields. Narasimha Stotram, Narasimha Kavacha Stotram, these are all different protective shields, Kavacham. Anandam Parabrahmeti Yonihi, the blissful supreme Brahman is the origin. He is the source of the joy. That is the meaning of the word Rama, right? Rama means the reservoir of joy, the reservoir of pleasure or joy. Rama. Trisama samaga sameti kavacham anandam parabrahmeti yonihi. Yes. Annapurna, you had a question?
Prabhuji, when you say kavacham, Prabhuji, when this kavacham will work in a different parts of our body, Prabhuji, that kavacham, the stotram, or in the same way it will work?
Yeah, kavacham is a protective shield for the entire body.
Entire body. So every like a Vishnu Sahasranama, like kavacham, in that just like a Hanuman Chalisa, it will work in a different way, Prabhuji, in a different parts of our body, or it will be in the same way, all the kavacham.
It depends on the sankalpa.
Sankalpa. Okay.
Yeah, it depends on the sankalpa. But there are some mantras in Vedas to invoke protection for each part of the body. Okay, I'll show you one particular shloka. Okay.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Ramaraksha Stotram also same, Prabhuji. Each part mention chesuntadi Ramaraksha Stotramlo.
Yeah. Yes, correct. In Ramaraksha Stotra also. Srividya, you are there, right?
Fourth shlokalo ఉంటుంది చూడండి Prabhuji. Fourth shloka.
Do you know those different shlokas from Ramaraksha Stotra to invoke
Yeah, like
protection for? different
Correct,
parts.
Prabhuji. Like Jikvam Vidyanidhi Patu Kantam Bharatavanditaha. Each part they will say, and each name of the Lord they will be telling, Prabhuji.
Correct. Yeah.
Kausalya Yodhisha.
So something similar to that, Yashodamma recited these mantras from this is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam, where Yashodamma chanted these mantras to create a protective kavacham for Krishna himself. Avyad ajhongri manimams tava jhanatoru yagnyochuta katikatam jataram hyasyaha hrut keshavas twadura isha Hrutkeshavas Twadura Isha Inastu Kantam Vishnur Bhujam Muktam Urukrama Ishvara Kam. May Aja protect your legs, may Maniman protect your knees, Yajna your thighs, Achyuta the upper part of your waist, and Hayagriva your abdomen, may Keshava protect your heart, Isha your chest, the sun god your neck, Vishnu your arms, Urukrama your face, and Ishvara your head. चक्री अग्रता सह गदो हरिरस्तु पश्चात् त्वत्पराश्योर धनुरासि मधुहजनाश्च कोणेषु शंख उरुगाय उपरि उपेन्द्रास् तत्रक्षितस्तु हलाधर पुरुष samantat. May Chakri protect you from the front. May Sri Hari Gadadhara, the carrier of the club, protect you from the back. And may the carrier of the bow, who is known as the enemy of Madhu, and Lord Ajana, the carrier of the sword, protect your two sides. May Lord Urugaya, the carrier of the conch shell, protect you from all corners. May Upendra protect you from above. May Garuda protect you on the ground. And may Lord Haladara, the Supreme Person, protect you on all sides. Like this, there are different ways of invoking these protective kavachams.
Okay,
The same Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram, depending on your sankalpa, you can provide protective kavacham for the entire body.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay. Trisama samaga sameti kavacham anandam parabrahmeti yonihi. He who is sung by the Samaveda provides the armor kavacha, and he is the source of all the bliss. Ritu Sudarshana Kala iti digbandha. Ritu Sudarshana Kala iti etc. digbandha. He who is the seasons, the beautiful to behold, and time ties the directions. Digbandha. So this is to say that chanting of this Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra, it protects one from all directions. It protects one from all directions. From north, south, east, west, northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest, upper, lower, everywhere. Okay? All 10 directions basically. So it provides protection from all directions. Sri Vishwarupa iti dhyanam Sri Mahavishnu Prityarde Sahasranama Parayane Viniyogaha. Sri Vishwarupa iti dhyanam. Finally, after doing nyasa. Okay, now we'll go to the nyasa section and discuss that the details of nyasa also. After placing the different characters of the framework of Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra in our body, the next section will be Dhyanam. Sri Vishwarupa iti Dhyanam, meditating on the universal form of Sri Mahavishnu. Sri Mahavishnu Prityarde Sahasranama Parayane Viniyogaha. and then starts Dhyanam Kshiro Dhanvat Pradeshe Shuchimani Vilasat Saikate Moktikana, and so on. So let's go to that section where the nyasa is mentioned. How exactly this nyasa is done? Okay. So there are two different types of nyasa, karanyasa and anganyasa. First, we have to energize our fingers, especially the tips of the fingers, by chanting some mantras. And then once the fingers are energized, you place those fingers on different parts of the body and invoke and establish or place the different characters of the framework of Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram into your body. The Rishi, the Devata, the what else? Rishi, Devata,
Chandas,
Chandas,
Bijam,
Bijam,
Shakti,
Shakti, like that.
Hridaya. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. So here, placing fingers on the forehead, it establishes the Rishi. And placing fingers on the mouth, that establishes the Chandas and the Shakti. Because it is with the mouth, it is with your vocal strength. The Shakti means the strength, vocal strength. It is with your vocal strength you recite all these names. And it is that Chandas, because the mouth is where the Chandas is used, right? In your mouth, you recite these names using your vocal strength. You recite all these names using a proper chandas. That's why you place your fingers. Not to say that don't recite the names. When you place fingers on the mouth, it can also indicate don't speak anything. Shut your mouth. No, not like that. So it is to purify. Okay, once when the fingers are energized, place your fingers on the mouth to purify or to establish the chandas and the shakti in your mouth. With that shakti, you'll be able to recite these names. And then how the devata is installed in your body by placing fingers on the chest, on the heart. See, when you call a pujari to your home to perform some puja, you'll see the pujari asking you to do all these things, right? At least some of these things. Placing fingers on your chest, definitely he'll ask you to do. Okay? That is to invoke, to do avahanam, to invite or to invoke or to establish devata, the deity, in your heart. Okay? And then the bijam, placing fingers on your navel, is to establish the bijam. So who is the bijam for Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra?
Vishnu Bhagwan.
Vishnu himself. Yeah. And then who is the Shakti for Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra?
Krishna.
Krishna. Yes. And what is the meter? What is the Chandas?
Sanskrit.
Chandas. And who is the Rishi?
Veda Vyasa.
Veda Vyas. Okay. Good. You all became experts. asya Sri viṣṇōrdivyasahasra Nāma Stotram Mahamantrasya Sri Vedavyaso Bhagavan Rishihi. So touch the forehead with 3 fingers of the right hand and then chant this line. Of course, when we are sitting in a group and doing a parayana, samohika parayana, you may not be able to perform these steps, but when you are at home, you can practice doing this. You can take water, you can energize your fingers, and then place the fingers on different parts of the body and establish the deity, the rishi, the devata, the chandas, the bijam, shakti in your body. Make your body as the temple. After practicing at home few times, it becomes easy. In half a minute, you can do everything. Then even when you are doing Samuhika Parayana also, you can do. Okay. So next one. With your fingers touch the mouth to establish or to place the chandas in your mouth. Hmm? Next, touch the heart with 3 fingers. Hmm? Touch the heart with 3 fingers like this. Like this. Now this also becomes a mudra. When you keep your fingers like this, right? So 3 fingers means the 2 other fingers have to be folded like this. Now that itself forms a mudra. It makes a mudra. That means the energy circuit is activated. Energy circuit is activated. When all the fingers are open like this, the circuit is not active. How do you make the circuit active? By placing the fingers in a particular fashion. So when you place fingers in this fashion, a particular circuit is activated. Now with that circuit activated on your fingers, place those fingers on your heart. Then Sri Mahavishnu Paramatma Sriman Narayano Devata. Like that. Okay? I think for online people, probably you are not seeing me, right?
Yeah, we can see
Able to
Prabhuji.
see, Prabhuji.
We
You're
can
able
see.
to see?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
So when I was doing this,
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
you were able to see?
Yes,
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 Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
I
Prabhuji.
was sharing the slide. How did you
Yes,
see?
Prabhuji.
We can see both.
You can
We
see
can see
both.
both.
Wow, you are
We can see Venkateshwar Swami Charana also from backside. View
okay.
of
Very
backside.
good. Very good. Then I don't have to repeat. I thought when I'm sharing the slide, you cannot see me, but looks like you can see me.
In small window, we can see
Yes, we
Prabhuji.
can see small window, Prabhuji, on the
In
side
the
we can
small
see you.
window. Oh, okay.
And
Okay.
we can switch also, like whenever we want to.
You can switch the view on your side.
Yes.
Yes.
Whenever you don't want to see me, you can switch to the side. Yes. Sri Mahavishnu Paramatma Sriman Narayano Devata. And then, how do you place the Shakti in your body? This is by what is the action? Touch the navel. Okay, with the same 3 fingers, touch the navel, and then Amrutam Shudbhavo Vanuriti Bijam Devaki Nandana Srashteti Shaktihi. Then that Sri Krishna Bhagavan Anugraha Shakti is established in your body. So this we discussed already. What is the meaning
Prabhuji, the
of Amrutam
previous,
Shudbhavo? Hmm?
Prabhuji, can you go to the previous slide, Prabhuji? Why they have put in mouth also and so I think Shakti is where to touch the mouth, Prabhuji.
No, no.
Again.
Shakti. Uh, oh yes, Shakti. Chandas and Shakti is in the mouth. Correct. You're right. Shakti and Chandas is in the mouth. So here on this particular slide, where the Amrutam Shudbhavo Banuriti Bijam Devaki Nandana Shrashteti Shakti. Yeah, you have to touch your mouth and navel both.
Simultaneously, but maybe after
No,
navel
one at
again
a
you have to
time.
come back one
One
at a
at a
time.
time. One at a time. Yeah. Yeah. Not simultaneously. Not one with left hand, one with right hand. Not
Yes.
simultaneously. Yeah. One at a time. Yeah. Okay. So this we discussed already. The meaning of Amrutam Shudbhavo Bijam. Um, and then the different ayudams that are described. What is the line for the ayudams? Shankabrinnandaki chakriti kilakam Shangadanva gadadara ityastram. Radhangapanirakshobhya iti netram. Those 4 lines. Tvisama samaga sameti kavacham. That is also a weapon. It's a subtle weapon. It's not a physical weapon like a sword or a bow or a shanka, gada, like that. But it's a subtle weapon. The Sama Veda is a subtle weapon. Okay. Maybe some of the names in the Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra, they are also from Sama Veda. That's why that line is given there. Trisama samaga sameti kavacham. Okay. Actually, this entire chandas, the different chandas, everything is given in Sama Veda. Yeah. Okay. So now the ritual is complete, and we have established the Rishi, we have established the Devata, we have established the Bijam, we have established the Shakti, we have established the Chandas, we have established the. What else? I think that's all. We have established all these different aspects of the framework of Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram through this process of Nyasa, and now we are all prepared, we are all ready to do what?
Dhyanam.
Dhyanam. To do Dhyanam. Okay? So that we will discuss in the next class. What happened? Something is gone. Okay. So
Great
let's recite
Prabhuji.
this. Huh?
Great Prabhuji. So many stotras has this Karanyasa, Anganyasa, but we don't know the actual why we are doing those things.
Yeah.
But today we came to know why we are doing those things.
Yeah.
Even in the Vishnu Sahasranama also, fast గా చదివేస్తాం అసలు. ఎందుకు
దాంట్లో కూడా
చదువుతున్నామో
తెలియదు
తెలియదు. But today మీరు చెప్పిన తర్వాత each line felt very significant అని అనిపిస్తుంది.
Yeah. See, something
Yeah.
similar to this
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Anganyasa for Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotra. There is a Nyasam for Rama Raksha Stotram also.
Lalita Sahasranama.
Every Stotram has this Nyasam.
Even Lalita
Lalita
Sahasranama,
Sahasranama
Lakshmi.
Stotram.
Yeah.
So, for example, for Rama Raksha Stotra, the Nyasam is like this. I'm sharing the screen. You can look at it here. Om Asya Sri Rama Raksha Stotra Mahamantrasya Buddha Kaushika Rushihi Sri Sita Ramachandro Devata Anushtup Chandaha Sita Shaktihi Srimad Hanuman Kilakam Sri Ramachandra Priyarthe Rama Raksha Stotra Jape Viniyogaha. It's little simplified than Vishnu Sahasranama Stotra Nyasam. But here you can see everything, you can see the Rishi, you can see the Chandas, you can see Shakti, Sita Devi is the Shakti, and you can see the Kilakam, the weapon.
The Devata is
The
there.
Devata. Devata is Ramachandra. See Sita
But
Ramachandra Devata.
And
Bijam is
purpose also,
mentioned.
Prabhuji.
There is a purpose, Viniyoga.
Viniyoga. But
Viniyoga.
Bijam alone is not there, Prabhuji.
Sri Rama.
Bijam is not there. Stotra Mahamantrasya Buddha Kaushika Rishihi. Yeah, Bijam is not mentioned here, but it is understood. It is Sri Ramachandra.
Ramachandra.
Yeah.
Okay.
It can be Sri Ramachandra or Mahavishnu also, actually.
But Keelakam ante enti Prabhuji? Srimad Hanuman Keelakam means?
Keelakam is
Important.
it's a weapon. No, not important.
Weapon.
Telugulo Keelakam ante important. The Sanskrit Keelakam is it's a weapon.
Okay.
అంటే ఒక కీ లాగా అన్లాకింగ్ అని చదివాను ప్రభుజీ అంటే టు టు గెట్ ద పవర్ ప్రభుజీ
Lock. Key plus lock. Keelakam.
correct ప్రభుజీ maybe somebody thought like that
Hanuman is the key to.
key correct
Keelakam. A bolt, a pin, a wedge or nail. I don't know what it means. It refers to a hook, it refers to a lock or a pin of a mantra. Maybe you're right. What you said is right. Srividya, what you said is right.
Yeah, read somewhere, Prabhuji. Yeah, earlier.
Yeah. Kilakam means it's the lock. So you open access, right? Access or login. You can say login. How do you log in?
Authorization like that. Yeah.
Authorization, login. You log into your computer or to a website using your credentials.
Maybe from Sanskrit, only English they took, Prabhuji. From Kilakam only they took the word. And
Key and lock. Kilakam, they derived key and lock from Kilakam. Yes, that's correct actually. So the key to Ramayana is Hanuman. Without Hanuman, we cannot understand Ramayana. And the key to Vishnu Sahasra Nāma Stotram, who is the Kilakam there?
Bhishma.
No, we recited
Bhishma.
that line, right?
Yeah.
Let's go back there.
Shankar Shakti Kilakam.
Shanka Brunandaki
Yeah,
Chakriti Kilakam.
Chakriti Kilakam. Chakra. So Chakra is the Kilakam there. Shanka Brunandaki Chakri iti Kilakam. There are many Kilakams there. There is a Chakra as a Kilakam. There is a Shanka as a Kilakam. There is a Nandakam.
Gada.
Nandakam is the sword, is a Kilakam.
like multi-factor authentication.
Multi-factor. Srividya, do you work in cyber security at Costco?
4 keys, Prabhuji, for Vishnu Sahasra Nāma.
4 keys. Multi-factor authentication. Very good. Multi-factor authentication. And some shlokas, they may have 2-factor authentication. 2 kilakams. Huh? Single factor.
So only Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is basically open source, I think, Prabhu. No kilakam, direct connection.
There's no lock. There's no
Anybody
lock.
can open
To
it.
all.
Yeah, there's no lock.
Open to all.
It's an open secret. Open source. Open source, yes. Open source. Open source. It's in the cloud. Anybody can access. It's in the cloud. Yeah. See, next time when you recite, you'll feel good about it. That I know what we are doing actually, what we are reciting.
Yes.
See, now you don't know the exact meaning of each and every word here, and that's not required also. But overall, this entire paragraph, if you know what you are doing here, that itself is enough. Okay? So one last time, we'll recite this, Nyasam, and then we'll conclude. Together, we can recite together. Om asya Sri viṣṇōrdivyasahasra Nāma Stotram Mahamantrasya Sri Vedavyasa Bhagavan Rishihi Anushtu Chandaha Sri Mahavishnu Paramatma Sriman Devata Amrutam Shudbhavo Bhaduriti Bijam Devaki Nandana Srashteti Shaktihi उद्भवक्षोभणो देव इति परमो मन्त्रः शङ्खबृन्नन्दकी चक्रीति कीलकम् शाङ्गधन्वागदाधर इत्यस्त्रम् रथाङ्गपाणिरक्षोभ्य इति नेत्रम् त्रिसामासामगः सामेति कवचम् आनन्दम् परब्रह्मेति योनिः ऋतुः सुदर्शनकाल इति दिग्बन्धः श्री विश्वरूप इति ध्यानम् श्री महाविष्णु प्रीत्यर्थे सहस्रनाम पारायणे योगः कायेन वाचा मनसेन्द्रियैर्वा बुद्ध्यात्मना वा प्रकृते स्वभावात् करोमि यद्यत् सकलं परस्मै नारायण इति समर्पयामि श्रीमन्नारायण इति समर्पयामि सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु. Okay, thank you everyone for joining. Hare Krishna. We'll see you all.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Probably next week we may not have class because it's a long weekend. So next week, maybe if time permits, we may have online class. Otherwise, no class.
Everyone come and help for the Brahmotsav setup.
Brahmotsav, yes. 25th Brahmotsavam is starting. Tuesday.
Tell them 25th to 31st.
Yeah.
21st is the first day of the Tuesday. Tuesday. Then they can come and help. Everyone, for your time, just go and help downstairs. 10-15 minutes. We need lot of help.
Yeah, it's going to be a grand festival from 25th to 31st. It's a 6 or 7 days grand festival. We need a lot of help. So wherever you can help for some time, please come to the front desk and there will be somebody who will be able to help, or go to the in the back prasadam serving area, kitchen area. You will see somebody who can guide you where to help.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.